Calendar has been circled for this one for quite some time. Throughout the offseason, anticipation for an early-in-the-year top-5 clash. It's the USC Trojans and the Miami Hurricanes. Reese Davis, Dave Pollock, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Catching up with the Trojans head coach before the game, he understands both teams are in the top 25. Both teams are quality with a lot of talent on the rosters. But he believes this stadium can make a difference. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football. They have been pumping in crowd noise all week at practice to make sure they are prepared for this moment. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. The Trojans headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. Gonna run it. It's Pringle. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk, and this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
And the Hurricanes are in the hurry-up. Running back searching for a hole. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. Iamaleava to throw for it on 4th. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Hurricane. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And how about the aggressiveness by this offense? Everyone thinking 4th and short, they're going to run the football. No, they take the big shot down the field. Everybody crowding the line of scrimmage. The offense, high risk, high reward, makes the huge touchdown play.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Leaves it with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. We talked about it earlier. Now this home crowd give him 1 to the 14.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up third and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on?
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. To throw for it on 4th. Looking down the middle. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
I'll tell you, you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Making side adjustments here. Iamaleava. Pocket breaking down. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
Throws to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. After that last play, there is a Trojan who is shaken up on the field.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. And the Trojans want to crank the tempo.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fat.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Caught. First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap. You get that turnover and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be aggressive. They were, and they get rewarded.
From the red zone, it's Pringle. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. Gets the back moving. Iamaleava from the gun on 3rd down. He wants it all. Touchdown, Canes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. This drive will open from the 15. On the run, it's Jackson. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. The Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry-up, defense has to be ready.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense.
Maybe a crease. The tag. Touchdown Trojans. Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Might be calling a hot route. Throwing, Iamaleava. Here comes the heat. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game. Throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Wants to throw. It's Iamaleava. Gets it to him on the screen. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pringle, and he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They'll keep it on the ground. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
It'll be third and long. He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. 4th down, Iamaleava. Makes the grab. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few. One thing you can figure out from these tests early in the season, particularly a top 5 matchup like this, is where you are and just how far you have to go.
Yeah, and which is a talking point amongst your team. It's a prove-it game. Like, let's see where we stack up so we can start building throughout the rest of the season.
You're right, David. It's fun to find out this early in the year between 2 top 5 teams. Just who are these guys? What do they do well? What do they not do well? How mentally and physically tough are they? Because that's going to answer a lot of questions as the season goes on. It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Trying the left side. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. And the Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Run in the red zone, it's Miller. Finding some room. Smashes through the tackle. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans! Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can just shed people off you. What a great job smelling the end zone and getting in.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Wants to adjust the pattern. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Spits it out to the back. Got a man. It's Pringle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
And sometimes when you hand it to these guys, man, it's hard to find lanes. It's very congested in the box. But nice job when you spread it out and you give him space by throwing him the football. Sometimes he can use that blazing speed and make bigger plays. I look for them to continue to find ways to get that fast dude in space.
There he goes. Picks up the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Iamaleava. Pressure coming. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Back to throw. It's Iamaleava. Zings it complete to the right. Open spaces. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Miami. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. He'll return it. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They want to run it left here. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Offense getting set for 1st down. Williams on the play fake. Quarterback now breaking the field. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle box. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Throwing, Williams. He's got him this time. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, they'll get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Williams looking for a man. Wide open downfield. He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a 1st down, and they've got to show this urgency.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Williams rushes on him. They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Canes will go ahead and call that 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. 3rd down from the gun, Williams. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. The Hurricanes will call their 3rd timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on 4th down. Williams desperately trying to cut through the noise. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Throwing, Iamaleava. Escapes the pressure to his right. Hauls it in. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Canes will hustle to the line. He might want another play. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Gonna take a shot at this DB. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense. You're late in the first half. They're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Third down from the gun. Here's Nico Iamaleava. Finds a man in the middle. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with Bowling Green in their matchup against the number 12 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's Bowling Green looking to bounce back from the Game 1 loss. They lead here in the first half.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24.
Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12.
Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. Those two first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those...
There's some room. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Southern Cal. And here they come, almost all the way back.
And I love the way they just came out in the second half. The passing game, it was a little touch and go in the first half, right? What do they do well? They ran the football. They come out in the second half, Palmer, more of the same. They didn't abandon it. They break the long run, and they cut into this lead.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? For them right now, the key is scoring points. Can't keep turning it over. They were turning it over, throwing the football, so let's run it. And after gashing him like that, if I was this offensive coordinator, I would just keep giving this guy the football, regardless of what the defense does, and see if he can break another long one.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're
going to let it fly. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it, and what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. On the ground, it's Pringle. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. Iamaleava to throw for it on 4th. At the 40, there he goes. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
The Canes come to the line with a new set of downs. Hard running there. Makes the catch and he's free. The 10. Touchdown Hurricane. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. His third touchdown of this game and his third on the season.
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close, David.
And I think you're used to that as all.
Got a little grass. Shoved out of bounds right at the 35-yard line in the running game, getting the job done.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards, and good things are happening.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Using his legs, it's Jackson. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Offense staying on the field, they'll hurry up on 4th down. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Man, on 4th and 2, I'm looking at my offensive line. I'm like, you got to give me just a little slither. Great job by the offensive line, blocking up just enough to get the first down, running physically downhill. That's all you want on those 4.
Breaks into the open. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. The Trojans moving quickly to the line.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back.
Touchdown USC! A Lazarus-like comeback is underway.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Makes the grab down the left side. Hits the crease. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Canes.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players. And quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They think there's room to run to the right here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Give to the running back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Fires to the tight end. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket.
He's got it on the right. There he goes. Touchdown, Trojans. They fought their way all the way back, and it's a one-possession game.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it out nearly to the 35-yard line, corralled and brought down. They'll mark it at the 34. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Looking for room. It's Pringle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. A give to Brown. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll try the right side. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line.
1st down here as we dive into the college football season, a Week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. They're going to ride this running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Here we go. Ready. Blue 30. Go.
Iamaleava fires to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Williams will pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Throwing right. Found the spot in the defense. Turning on the Jets. Touchdown Trojans! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
This team right now showing you why they were the higher-ranked team coming into this game. Yeah, they were sleepwalking a little bit earlier. They knew coming in, David, they were going to be facing a really good opponent. Good teams don't quit, and they've come all the way back now to take the lead. And they had a pretty big deficit not that long ago.
Man, this is a good team they're playing. They're showing they're one of the better teams in the country. I mean, to battle back from several touchdowns down, like not to blink, not to bat an eye, not to quit, they're proving why they're a great team.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. The Hurricanes want to pick up the tempo. Keep it on the ground. Gets a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. Pivotal moment, perhaps even a decisive play coming on 3rd and 3. Imaliava on the play action. Buying some time. Working on the right. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
On the run, it's Pringle. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sideline.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Here's a heat, and he never had a chance.
And that's an interesting call going play action on 3rd and long because the defense is not worried about you handing the football off. That's not freezing anybody, especially these defensive ends. They're going right up the field, and you saw that time the pocket collapse as they were able to get to the quarterback.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. 4th down, Imaliava. Under fire, and they got it.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on 4th down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot.
Might have a chance. to 10. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Rolled his way into the end zone.
You know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Throwing, Imaliava. Quickly to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first?
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarter.
Makes the grab on the left side. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but the drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Finds his big tight end. So Miami signals for a timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. He wants to change this route. Here's Imaliava to throw. And it's picked off at the goal line. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation.
Turning it on. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, USC.
Well, obviously this team didn't get the start they wanted to on the year, coming into this one 0-1, but a great job there getting that drive, putting 6 up on the board. They've got a comfortable lead. They wanted to turn the page and start to build momentum. This is a massive win for this program.
And the point after is good. Good concentration to get that squiver inside the 15. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive.
Returners don't get many shots, right? Like, they only get a few shots a game. They want to maximize it. You're not going to get any shots if you don't secure the football. Got to take care of the football, big fella.
Imaliava. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Quarterback may change this route. 3rd down in the gun, Imaliava. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Wide receiver going in motion.
Let it go.
Imaliava to throw for it on fourth. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's fourth down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Fires to the big fella. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with the huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Could not make his way to the corner. The offense will use a timeout with 25 seconds left.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Throwing, Imaliava. He's taking a deep shot. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And that didn't look like it was the right read. Like you got to be smart as a quarterback, make the right decisions. And I know he's a go-to guy, and he's already had success on the day, but sometimes you can force it in when it's just not there. That was really good coverage. I know he's good, but be smart with the football and don't try to force it into.
They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down. The offense changing the play. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. Here's Imaliava to throw. Here's the pressure. And down he goes. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher ranked